Hi, Gabriel. It's so great to be here. My name is Avery Pan, and I am the co-founder of Class Companion.
And I am Brittany Blackwell, and I am the marketing and community lead here at Class Companion.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being a part of the show. I am super excited, super pumped for this episode. And first and foremost, a big shout out to Class Companion for sponsoring all the episodes here at FETC. Big shout out to you guys for stepping forward and Class Companioning all things EdTech and food. And I'm super excited about our conversation. Avery, you're co-founder?
Yes, I am.
All right. I know this isn't officially a question on the docket, but how? How did this come about? Where did the idea come from?
I was struggling when I was in elementary school, first and second grade, with reading and writing.
Okay.
And my parents didn't have the resources for tutoring, but my second grade teacher, Miss Grinzato, took time out of class twice a week to tutor me. And that really brought me back on track. And it's made a big impact on me. I went on to go tutor in high school. And so this idea of, hey, there's so much that could be happening outside the classroom. Teachers just don't have the bandwidth to support every student has really stuck with me. And as someone who has teachers in the family, I've also heard their struggles. But that was really foundational. And Class Companion started out as a side project where I was building something to help my own high school teachers provide additional support in class and outside of class, one-on-one with their students.
So this was a side hustle?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Brittany, how long have you been with the company?
I have been with the company since May of 2024.
May of 2024, pre-ISTE.
Yes, pre-ISTE.
Which is where we officially met.
That is exactly where we met.
That's right. And I'm in an elevator with both of you. I'm going to the third floor, so that's about maybe 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds to tell us what Class Companion is all about. Give me the elevator speech. Go.
We all know that every student has unique needs. And teachers say that if I could give every student individual attention, I would. But teachers have tens, hundreds of students. If only we could multiply their attention for every student. Well, that's what Class Companion does. So we provide AI-powered and instant tutoring, feedback, and grading so that teachers can be there for every student in class or at home. And importantly, it's controlled and customizable by the teacher. So they add assignments, students complete the assignments with that tutoring and guided support and feedback, and they can try again immediately, which is actually the magic. Because when they try again immediately, they fix their mistakes, and one of the biggest outcomes is that they have huge confidence increases that then leads to score increases.
I couldn't have put it any more beautifully. That was perfect. On the other side of the table, no pun intended, on the other side of the table as a user of Class Companion, I see the value. I work with teachers. I actually just wrapped up a coaching cycle with one of my middle school teachers at one of the campuses I support with Class Companion. Her struggle, her challenge for the coaching cycle was, I can't get all this feedback to them in a timely manner. By the time I grade all these essays, a couple weeks have gone by. I kind of missed the boat. By the time I give them their feedback, they forgot what they wrote about, they forgot how to make it better, and they've already, that ship has sailed, and their mind is somewhere else on another project, another essay or what have you, so that, we have a very finite, small window of opportunity to get them that feedback where they can then try again. And that's where Class Companion comes in. Okay, so to a teacher who's maybe never used the product, how simple, how easy is it to get up and running with it?
It's really easy because you just got to add your own assignments as is. You can drop them in, and you can also use built-in content from Class Companion or generate with AI. And then your students come onto the platform, and it's essentially this virtual version of your classroom where you can see them doing work in real time. And I love what you said about the feedback, Gabriel. Something that's also important is that feedback doesn't have to happen at the end of the assignment. So many teachers are like, I know the student wouldn't be raising their hand. They're not speaking up in class. And they're chatting with the AI tutor. And suddenly the teacher's like, wow, the student has enough confidence to just put something down on the page. Or some teachers are like, what, they thought that? And I wouldn't have never realized. And so that's kind of the start that you get. And at the end of that, you get these instant insights by student, by assignment, and by class. And we distill the strengths and areas of growth because there's so much feedback to sort through, but we want to bubble them up to the top for you.
Okay. That key component is you don't have to wait to the end to get that feedback. Now, Brittany, in the dashboard, if I'm a teacher setting this up, is there a way where I could shut that tutor off? Because maybe I don't want that tutor. Maybe I just want a quick snapshot of what they know about this particular topic, or they're writing as a quick snapshot.
Yes, absolutely. I think the AI tutor is such a helpful tutor piece to it, but at the end of your ability to create an assignment, you can turn that AI tutor off to make it more of a way that you can really determine what the student knows.
Like a benchmark,
yes,
almost.
Yeah. So you could do more summative assessments that way. We like to, because our platform is so unique, we like to share that it is really good for formative assessment, but it can be used for summative as well.
Okay. I knew the answer to that because I use it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear it from you guys. I wanted everyone to hear from you guys. So yeah, so that feature can definitely be turned off. And if you're unsure, maybe you've never used AI in the classroom for feedback, maybe you've never exposed your students to feedback from an AI, I hate the word bot, but there's no other way to put it right now, from an AI assistant, shut it off. If you want to err on the safe side, shut it off and maybe talk to your administration about it, show them what's going on, show them what it could do. And then once you are more comfortable and you kind of have that conversation with your students, turn it on. And you're going to see something that you probably haven't seen for quite some time with your students, is you're going to see that open mouth, that jaw drop. Because I had that with that teacher. She said, I was floored. I was floored at how accurate the feedback was, and I'm actually saving this for my I was, but cat's out of the bag now. But for my presentation tomorrow that I happen to be doing at the Class Companion booth number
3181.
3181, yeah.
In the startup pavilion.
There we go. I actually we had one of our students disagree with the feedback and push back, and got into a little shoving match and stood his ground and said, no, I disagree. I think I should have, on the rubric, I forgot, he got like a 2 out of 4, and he was like, no, I got a 3. And then the teacher was able to intervene, heard the student out, manually changed it on the back end to a 3.
And that's the beauty of that, right? Like, you can have those conversations that maybe you wouldn't have been able to, because this is like an outside source providing this feedback. The student doesn't feel singled out.
Bias.
And they can, there's no bias there from the teacher, and they can have those more productive conversations, not only about their progress or what they believe the bot to be correct or incorrect, but they can also have those conversations about response integrity too. So I think a lot of teachers struggle with the idea of, are they going to use this to cheat? And we have a built-in piece that is all about response integrity to have those more productive conversations.
I'm glad you brought that up. Talk to us about the different pricing tiers, or in a nutshell, what is free?
So the free version, which we'll always have around, is that instant tutoring, feedback, and grading that the teacher can control. And then for a school or district partnership in the paid version, we provide response integrity. That includes a suite of flags that are objective behaviors that allow you to point to something and have that open conversation with the student around, hey, like, what did the process look like?
Yeah.
We also provide additional training for the district, and we provide insights that are super powerful. These are insights at the student, class, and assignment level, and they stay with that student throughout their learning journey. So you can see how they're doing against standards, how they're doing against criteria or specific assignments from year to year. And we also provide accommodations. So this includes things such as translation, text-to-speech, timer extensions, and the ability to customize the tutor instructions so that the tutor can behave in a way that's most supportive for each student.
Okay, all right. And that response integrity with the free, correct me if I'm wrong, but with the free tier, you get the flag for the large copies and paste, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can see all of the pasted text, you can see the time that they spent, and you can also disable pasting.
Yes, yes. Now that can be a kind of a point of contention with teachers, because sometimes what they'll see is they'll see a large copy paste. That's cheating, and that's not always the case. Like my son at home, my youngest, he'll draft everything in a Google Doc, and he'll go about it because he knows Google Docs really well. So he'll format it, he'll get his thoughts out and everything, and then once he's happy with his product, he'll copy that and paste it into something like Class Companion. And it might look like he cheated, but no. So, like, I'm glad that you say that, Avery, that's where you can have that conversation. That's not where you point the student out and say, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a gotcha moment. It's a, hey, let's have this conversation. Talk to me, what was the process? And then that's where you can really get down and start to know what they did and what they didn't do.
There's also an interesting piece where sometimes that AI tutor can model skills or provide contextual knowledge. And sometimes a student might paste in that contextual knowledge or paste in something that's helpful from the tutor as they're working on the first draft or as they're iterating or fixing a mistake in a short answer or multiple choice. So actually we find that having AI in a productive, learning, inspiring way is actually really great for students as well.
Okay, I really haven't played around with it, but I'm going to have to do another deep dive into that. And I like those accommodations in the paid version. I might just have to jump on that because that seems pretty powerful. Powerful. What has the feedback been from some of your power districts and schools who are using Class Companion?
I'll share one story at Upland Unified in California, where they've done a district-wide rollout of Class Companion. And there was just amazement because elementary school students didn't want to leave class. They were loving reading and writing, and they were saying this has never happened before because they love engaging with the AI tutor and the platform.
Okay.
And then at the high school level and middle school level, we've been supporting them in preparing for CASP and AP exams with really scaffolding along the way and measurable progress. But I also think that what's really important is like the communities we're building in districts and the people that are sitting at the table. And they were saying, we have never had parents get so much transparency into how their students are doing, the really granular bits of feedback. And the parents really came back to us for the first time. There was no pushback, and there was just asking, hey, how can we support our students?
I love it. Now, you did mention California. We can't mention California without sending thoughts and prayers to everybody affected by those LA fires. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like this in my life. If you can give in any way, shape, or form to those people who are just displaced and lost everything, please do so in any way, shape, or form, whether that be in the form of time, whether that be in the form of a donation, anything. But I'm from San Diego, California, and I have lots of family in LA who, as of right now, haven't been displaced or anything, but I can't watch the news anymore because it's just so disheartening. But on the flip side of that, you can't say California without avocados. And you can't have avocados without avocado toast. Now, you said something, Avery, off air about kind of spicing up avocado toast?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so by the way, you're officially on the EdTech Bites podcast. I brought donut holes, if you'd like. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you. I'm snacking on one the entire day because I've got that walking food tour later, and I'm gonna. The calories I save, I'm gonna save for that. So it's up to you guys if you'd like, but you're more than welcome to grab a donut hole. But I'm very interested in hearing about how you spice up your avocado toast.
Yeah, absolutely. Avocado toast is one of those things where I get at a cafe and I'm like, I think I could have done a better job, actually. And it wouldn't have cost me $20.
Right.
So a couple things you can do to differentiate your avocado toast.
I like that. Differentiate. Okay. Now we're talking educational language.
Let's build it layer by layer. So the bread, got to have like a hearty sourdough. And then the key is drizzling it with some balsamic and olive oil and a little bit of Dijon mustard. The richness is amazing. And then move on to the avocado layer.
Okay.
Now you could mash it, but I actually like slicing the avocado for a little bit more texture variety.
What, like the deli, like what number slice? Are we doing a like paper thin, you could see through it kind of thing? Or are we doing, it's got a little bite?
That's up to you.
Okay.
I like a slightly thicker slice so that I can
Okay.
cut it up. But if you want it to be so thin that you can basically smear it, go for it.
Okay.
And then the egg part, right? So rather than scrambling your egg,
I don't
if
do
you can
scrambling eggs on it.
poach your egg.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Exactly. And people struggle with poaching, but you just boil your water, drop in the egg with a little bit of vinegar, turn off the heat 2 minutes, and metal slotted spoon. It's super scalable if you're hosting brunch for a lot of people. Drop that poached egg on top, and then salt, pepper, squeeze of lemon, and smoked paprika.
Okay.
That's what gives it the kick.
Okay. All right. Brittany, do you guys do avocado toast?
We don't.
No?
No.
Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from South Carolina.
South Carolina.
We do shrimp and grits.
I was going to say, that's, okay, that's the cooking method, the culinary, oh gosh, there's a term. Don't tell me what it is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Gullah?
Gullah. There
Yeah.
you go. Gullah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Gullah for people who might not know?
It's an island off of South Carolina, North Carolina area, and it's I don't really know how to describe the culture, but it is a very distinct culture.
Okay.
Near the islands. Yeah.
Okay. That down low Gullah
Yes.
kitchen cooking. Okay. So, what would be the equivalent, if any, of avocado toast in the Carolinas?
I guess it would be some version of maybe Cajun shrimp and grits, and really that would just be like yellow stone ground grits, not the
Not
white
that
stuff,
instant
not
stuff
that
either.
instant stuff,
No.
and butter, cheese, and
Copious amounts.
copious amounts, and Cajun shrimp.
Okay.
Some good stuff.
All right.
My mouth's watering.
I know, mine too.
Mine too.
Okay. All right. Now, I just watched it the other day. It reminds me of My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah,
Did you watch that movie?
it was a dia. His little dia lips.
Yeah,
Well, go
yeah. And the grits. There's a part of the trial where he puts the guy on the stand about the grits, and he's like, "Oh yeah, 5 minutes." And he's like, "Oh, no one makes grits in 5 minutes unless you're using the instant stuff," which we know is blasphemy. So, I would have never thought to put balsamic on toast. So I make my avocado toast. My wife and I make it with, the multi-grain bread. You know, the one that has the rocks and the twigs and the branches in it. So good.
Oh yeah, that crunch with every bite.
Yeah. That, and then we mash up the avocado. We put the everything bagel seasoning on the avocado.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I love that.
And
Everything
then
seasoning.
I will do over medium eggs with almost like a dry rub. So it's paprika. It's got a little bit of cayenne in it, pepper, salt, garlic, a little bit of garlic powder, and onion powder
Ooh,
on the egg when I flip it. So that way you get it on both.
garlic's my jam.
My mouth just wanted again. And then I'll put that on the toast as well. And then, do you eat it with a fork and knife?
I do, because that poached egg
The
is going to
poached egg.
slide off.
Yeah. I do as well. My wife she goes in. Like, I'll hand her the fork. She's like, nah, just let me go in.
Because your bread is your napkin.
Yeah,
That's what you
it
use
is.
to wipe your face and the plate.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't really appreciate avocado toast till older. And my kids, 19 and going on 17. Holy crap. Going on 17. Sorry.
Oh,
I'll
man,
edit that out if I need to. I can't believe it's going to be 17. But they look at us and they're like, oh, avocado toast is disgusting. But I love it. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. So how can people connect and learn more and get up and going with Class Companion?
They can visit classcompanion.com, where they can sign up for free, We also have a host of resources, including a YouTube series of teachers describing how they use Class Companion in the context of their classroom, how it's working for their students, and really actionable templates and takeaways. We also have a community of advisors and a Facebook group where teachers are sharing their teaching strategies all the time. But otherwise, if you get started for free, there's a 3-step checklist to getting set up. Super easy.
All right. I love it. How can people connect on social media and the internets out there?
Yeah, so we are on X at classcompanion_, and then we're on Instagram and TikTok at classcompanion or class.companion, as long as TikTok is still in session.
Oh gosh, that's right.
And then we're also on Blue Sky, and we have a Facebook group as well. You can find us at facebook.com/groups/classcompanion.
All right, sounds good. And quite possibly the most important component, student data privacy agreement?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Check. Done.
Yes, we are COPPA, FERPA compliant. We comply with all the state regulations as well. And
Beautiful.
you can access our page under data privacy to get your packet to forward.
Awesome. Awesome. Now I'm going to ask you guys the most difficult question you will probably be asked the entire conference. You guys ready? I'm going to ask it. I don't want you to answer until I count to 3. That way you both answer in unison. Are you ready? Okay. Corn tortillas or flour tortillas? Think about your answer. 1, 2, 3, go.
Corn tortillas.
Team corn all the way. I love it. Awesome. I like a good flour tortilla, don't get me wrong, but something about that corn, that homemade, that fluffy. If you can get blue corn,
Oh, gosh.
let's go get some food. Let's go.
Yes.
Shrimp, grits, avocado toast, and corn tortillas. Thank you so much. Well, I appreciate everything you guys are contributing to our educational space. The tools that you are offering for teachers to make them more efficient, more effective, and make them just as Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball, be a better version of you. No, I'm just kidding. To be the best possible version of them that they can be for their students, for their parents, for their guardians, and to give students that I don't want to use the word immediate, but that timely feedback where students can then take their work, adjust on the fly while they're still in that thought, and just make it a little better by adding the paprika to their writing. Right? Maybe balsamic glaze next time.
Yes.
Okay.
The unexpected.
Now we're cooking with grease. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And thank you for everything you do and being a part of the show, and for making sure that you guys jumped on it to sponsor all the FETC episodes. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Gabriel.
having us.
All right.